Hi Pisces, this is going to be your August 2020 prediction. It's good for the Sun, Rising Moon, and Venus sign of Pisces. Keep in mind it's a general reading, so it won't resonate with everyone that watches. Check your Rising Moon or Venus sign. You could find messages there instead. But I mean this to hit mostly for the Sun, Rising, and Moon sign. But you could apply it to your Venus sign as well. If you would like a personal reading, something just for you, you can book a private reading with me. The link to my website to schedule is in the description below. If you're new to this channel, welcome, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. I do monthly forecasts at the end of every month for all 12 zodiac signs, and it can be applied to any part of your life. Usually they want me to use a lot of oracle messages, but for you, Pisces, they really wanted me to keep it simple. And I said, okay, I will keep it simple for my Pisces. Pisces, I think that August will definitely be a month of change because I have the Fool, the World, the Magician, and the Wheel of Fortune on the table. It's important to keep in mind moving forward that there will be a lot of duality, your authenticity and your integrity. And the authenticity and integrity of those around you will definitely come into play when you're making some of the decisions you make. Also, timing as well. The first card that came out of the Sacred Geometry Oracle deck for you was the card of duality. And I do have the lovers on the table. So some of you might be dealing with a Gemini, or maybe you have Gemini in your chart, and you will be considering two sides of a coin. The frequency of duality supports our ability to gracefully flow with the everlasting movement among all opposites. So there will be a lot of opposites in August. You will be asked to gracefully flow through it, understanding that movement is everlasting, and you will have to look at two sides of the same coin. Very much so. Authenticity came out as well. The energy of authenticity supports our choice to be genuine and truthful in all aspects of our lives and with others as well as with ourselves. So, your own authenticity will come into question. You'll be saying to yourself, who am I really? Because there will be duality. Am I this or am I that? I can look at it one way or I can look at it another. Your guides are saying, look, will support all your choices if you're genuine and honest in all aspects of your life, and if you're genuine and honest with yourself and others as well. And integrity will come into play. Integrity has come out for a couple signs. The energy of integrity supports our choice to be consistently truthful and honest while being guided by high moral standards. So, two cards about truth and honesty. I think you'll be wondering, what is the truth? What is my truth? The truth is very subjective, meaning it's sort of depending on who you ask is what the truth is. At the center of it all for you, Pisces, the Magician, the energy of Virgo and Aries. You know that you have to be the single catalyst for change this month. The Magician has a plan and he executes his plan. He is not cynical. He is resourceful. He is a jack of all trades. He's often a healer and a light worker as well. Some of you will really be called to step up to the plate and set your plans in motion. The Magician feels powerful and resourceful. The challenges for you this month will be the King of Swords in reverse to the Five of Pentacles. So this could be an air sign you're dealing with, but not necessarily. The King of Swords is where we come up with a really good strategy and we know what the truth is. So you could be dealing with a person who has unusually high standards, or you might be having unusually high standards for yourself to the point where you feel as though you've lost control of something in some way. So that's the challenge, being able to stand in your power and in your truth, not blow your top, not get angry, not feel the need to get the last word or manipulate a person to be in control of something. You might be dealing with a person like this in August. And this Five of Pentacles came out as well. I only wanted to take one card for the challenge, but because we have all these new beginnings and endings and the Wheel of Fortune and timing has come out, some of you are very worried about money. Some of you might be feeling like, okay, I really have to be the single catalyst for change. No one's going to do it for me. I have to be the one to do this. I'm having a hard time finding the truth in this situation. I'm having a hard time coming up with a good strategy, and you might be really worried. The Five of Pentacles can be financial loss and poverty, literally in the 3D, but it's often just a lacking mindset where we go off by ourselves and we just worry. we isolate ourselves. So watch for isolation. This could be a person around you that's pulling away from you and isolating themselves and forcing you to be the single catalyst for change. So keep in mind that that will be the challenges this month. What's driving you? My goodness, the world and the high priestess. That's you, Pisces. The high priestess is Pisces and Libra. Endings. The world is the tectonic breath, the pause between one cycle and the next. And the world is where we want a new cycle to start. You will probably do a lot of life review. The world is often considered your breakout moment. It is an ascension, it is a completion. And moving forward, I think this what's driving you is having some endings come to fruition in your life that you feel good about, where you're on top of the world, where you really can move to a new cycle. And before you do that, I think you're going to go off and seek some solitude. The high priestess is often said to have a secret. Your intuition will be very heightened. I have the high priestess and the magician. So, two very strong energies coming together within you or around you, Pisces. You will need to listen to your intuition. There will be answers that you will seek from within. And I think you're going to go off and spend some time alone and think about what's my next move? What do I do moving forward? And you will be keeping your plans to yourself, I think. Very much so. The high priestess does not show her hand of cards in the poker game of life. She manifests from within. I love that the magician and the high priestess have come out for you. What's happening deep within for you in August, Pisces? Page of Swords in reverse to the Ace of Swords in reverse. This could have to do with a child, but not necessarily. The page is not always a child. Pages deliver and receive information. They explore and study something. What's happening deep within, this might very much have to do with communication and self-expression, because the Page of Swords has new ideas. He's very curious. It's a Gemini energy. He's very thirsty for knowledge, and he's thinking of new ways to communicate and new ways to gather information. Pages in reverse sometimes deliver no news or bad news. You could be worried about information that you're hearing. You might have a hard time processing information. Sometimes the Page of Swords in reverse can be a little bit of a gossip. I see that you guys, what's happening deep within for you in August is that, first of all, you might cut off communication and stop exploring and studying something in the 3D, in a relationship, with a job. It could be any situation, really, where you feel like your judgment's clouded, you need more inner clarity, you rethink ideas. Make sure that you're not all talk, no action. Watch out for haphazard, on again, off again communications and hasty actions and expressions. But I see that you deep within, you're like, I don't know if I have all the facts here. I can't think of a new way to communicate or get information in this situation. I just need to hold still and rethink this idea. I think with this world moment, with this ending here for you, you might not be quite ready to open up and communicate and get curious about another part of your life until you can develop a good plan. Because I do see that you're worried. And you could be dealing with a person who's kind of an authoritarian as well. You might be cutting off communication in that way with that person, whomever that is. What you're thinking about? Interesting. Wheel of Fortune in reverse to the Four of Pentacles in reverse. You're letting something go. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse is where we try to break cycles. It's where we have a difficult time in a situation tolerating the ups and downs of life. It's also Capricorn or Saturn. I have two cards of Capricorn here. The wheel in reverse is Capricorn for me. In the upright, it's Sagittarius. And the devil is in reverse here as well. So for a lot of you, what's happening in the world? Bad luck, bad timing, fate playing out in a way that you're not comfortable with is what's on your mind. Watch out for financial issues as well, because the Four of Pentacles in reverse can be someone that's either overspending or is not great with finances or resources. You might have to open up your pocketbook a little bit more than you want to because of the things that have been happening in the world lately that might be leading you to be worried about finances and resources. So keep that in mind as well. This can be easily remedied where we absolutely allow ourselves to break cycles that no longer serve us and examine karmic cycles in our life so that we don't repeat them again. Try to go with the flow. I see this magician and this high priestess fighting really hard to hear the intuition and manifest the change. I think that for you guys, this is about a situation where something just wasn't meant to be. the universe might appear to be blocking you in some way, forcing you to let something go that you might have been really clinging to. And I think that it's not necessarily a bad thing, because I think that you'll think to yourself, I don't really know how much integrity is in this situation. Is this really right for me? I don't think I can have another cycle in this situation or with this person or with this job or this home or this relationship. And I really just have to let it go. But for others of you, again, because of what's happening in the world with all these ups and downs, you guys could hit a patch of bad luck and bad timing. And it might force you, or you might feel as though you're forced to rearrange some of your resources and your finances. Don't be worried. I think the fact that you're trying to hear your intuition, you're trying to move into a new cycle, you do want to manifest. I think you're just very worried about timing and being able to tolerate all the ups and downs. And I get that. I think that's why your oracle messages came out. If you look at both sides of the coin, if you're really honest and truthful with yourself and you stick with integrity and high moral standards, you'll realize maybe it was just not the right time for a certain situation to unfold. Even if it's making you feel left out in the cold, I think that changes will come that will bring new opportunities, because we have two aces on the table. Moving forward, your actions in August and future predictions, Ace of Cups in reverse to the Ten of Wands in reverse. So endings here with the Ten of Wands and just releasing burdens and letting something go. You will be focused on self-love, very much so in August, Pisces. And with the Ace of Cups in reverse to the High Priestess, that's about heightened intuition. I think you will be repressing your emotions to some degree. I don't know that you'll want to start new relationships, or you might feel a little creatively blocked up with this Ace of Cups in reverse and the Wheel in reverse. Just let it go. Don't cling to something from the past. Just let go of old ways and make way for new. This Ace of Cups will come into the upright for you when the timing is right. You will be focused on self-love and listening to your intuition and letting some burdens go. The Ten of Wands in reverse is where we kind of feel like we're doing it all and we carry a heavy burden, but we complete something. You have a completion here with the World and the Ten of Wands. It's been a burden that you've carried for a while. You will simply be able to let it go. If it's difficult for you, try to delegate and get those around you that you trust and care about to carry some of the burdens with you. But I see you letting stuff go and just really loving yourself, very much so in August. The way you see yourself, the Fool in reverse to the Ace of Pentacles. So I very rarely see the World and the Fool in the upright together, because right when a cycle ends, we do need to pause and make a new plan and listen to our intuition and figure out all of our resources. And if timing is right, to start a new cycle. So the way you see yourself is the Ace of Pentacles. For some of you, this is a new career or financial opportunity, or it will be a new grounded start that manifests into abundance. What I see you guys doing here, Pisces, is needing to kind of love yourself first and get your own creative juices flowing from within, get your heart chakra centered from within, move forward, evaluating the duality of situations moving forward, and knowing that you have to be authentic and have integrity. You've just released a burden. Yes, you see yourself as the Ace of Pentacles, manifesting something new into your life that will be abundant, but you're not quite ready to take a risk yet. The Fool in reverse can be reckless behavior and just rushing into something totally unprepared. The Fool is relatively unprepared, though. That's the beginner's mindset. Maybe in August, you're just not ready to have that beginner's mindset. You could be dealing with an Aries, a Sagittarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. The Fool is, for me, a lighthearted sign, but you guys can be very lighthearted and dreamy yourselves. I think you're trying to take a really practical approach to a new beginning, a new cycle in your life. And you don't want to be foolish and you don't want to be reckless. The Fool is not ready for commitment either. So maybe you're trying to make a more grounded, practical decision moving forward, but you're not sure you're ready to take a huge risk. You're definitely going to search your soul to think about it here, Pisces, because you don't want to be reckless and foolish. And I definitely see that you want to make sure you have all the tools you need to succeed, knowing that you have to manifest it all on your own in the 3D. And I get it. An energy around you. This could be a friend, family member, romantic partner, a boss, anyone close to you, the person you're thinking of right now. They see themselves as the Nine of Wands in reverse. The way they feel about you is the Five of Swords in reverse, and their action towards you is Temperance in reverse. So here's a lot of that duality too. With Temperance and the Lovers, those are both two sides of the same coin, kind of an alchemy taking place here. This person, whoever they are, is overwhelmed. They might even appear to be a little paranoid and walled off and defensive. They might try to let their guard down, but I'm not really sure about that. Usually, the Nine of Wands is a person who is very guarded, but they're resilient and courageous and they're persistent and they will make it through the tough times. This person is using every inner resource they have to make it back to base camp. I see some releasing here with the Nine of Wands in reverse to the Ten of Wands in reverse. I think you're letting something go, probably with a person or a situation where they maybe didn't have the best boundaries. They've struggled. They're overwhelmed. They can't really make it through the tough times. Be careful with communication with this person. They might have some chronic behavior patterns of not having good boundaries, and therefore their boundaries get tested and they test yours, and it's overwhelming. This person is also not willing to fight through tough times either. Fives are about change, conflict and loss and change. The Five of Swords in reverse is where we have some past resentments and we're trying not to be triggered anymore in a situation. This person may want to make amends. They may want to do some reconciliations, but they are still holding on to some conflict. This person may also return something to you that they have taken, or at least they are thinking about it. But they don't want to hold you in convenient contempt. They don't want there to be a winner or a loser, but they're probably having a hard time fighting through any big changes with you. Their action towards you, be careful, they might confuse you. Temperance in reverse, that's Sagittarius. This person's going to run hot and cold. They may appear excessive. They can't be moderate. They cannot be patient. They cannot be calm. They are going to have a hard time determining the purpose of what's happening moving forward. This is the energy of a soulmate, being guided by the divine. The divine has not left this person, but I think what's happening here is this person needs to have a little bit more resilience. They might need to work through some of their own inner conflict before they can determine the purpose of this relationship moving forward. So lots of hot and cold from this person. The way you're feeling, interesting. Two major arcana, lots of major arcana here. So that means really big, important cycles. The Chariot in reverse to the Devil in reverse. Capricorn, Cancer here. You're feeling like, first of all, you're facing any shadow side you have head on, unless you're dealing with a Capricorn or a Cancer. I see you guys looking at your own shadow side and looking at anyone else in your life that has a shadow side that's working through their demons. You don't want to be chained and bound to anything that is not serving you and is not healthy for you and is not good for you. The devil speaks to desire, things that we're chained to, things that we're drawn to like a moth to a flame sometimes. It can also be about being able to balance our earthly obligations with some fun and hedonism. I don't think you feel like you can do that moving forward in August. I think you're going to be searching, sorry, you guys, your own soul a lot, facing your shadow side, wanting to practice a lot of detachment. It does seem like it's hard for you to move forward. The Chariot speaks to travel. With the Wheel of Fortune, the World, and the Chariot, some of you are thinking about some travel, relocation, changing jobs, shifting in a relationship. You might feel as though you're a little powerless moving forward. It might feel as though with the Chariot in reverse that you're not really sure what direction you're going. It's okay to let the car idle in the garage. Maybe it just needs a tune up. Maybe you need to face your shadow side and practice some detachment first before you can move forward. I think that's what the Magician and the High Priestess are all about. You're really discovering your power. You're just not quite ready to move forward with a lot of determination at this point. With the Wheel, letting go of things and cycles that aren't good for you and having a hard time tolerating all the ups and downs and timing being such an issue for you in August. It's only natural that you feel like you can't get in that chariot and move forward towards victory and success. It appears as though before you do that, you definitely want to love yourself first and stay grounded, like this Ace of Pentacles. And then I think you'll be able to move forward out of August into September. What we're ending on is the Lovers, but the Lovers came in reverse. So here's that duality. Here's that authenticity that will come into play and in the integrity. The Lovers comes in reverse when we sometimes rush into a situation and then we realize, wow, I really went at this too quickly, or I'm very paranoid that I'm not the only choice in this situation. This is where there's a bit of disharmony. Something isn't a perfect match. Something isn't a perfect fit. I would just continue to search your own soul and hold still between the world and the fool. Have your good plan moving forward. You may try to give up a bunch of choices that you have because, or there's a choice that maybe you needed to make in regards to a relationship or a family member, or even where to live or where to work, where you may struggle to be able to see whether or not this is a perfect match, or if there is entirely value alignment between you and this situation or this person. I think you're trying to handle it the best you can, where you just pause and search your own soul, knowing that you want it to be grounded, knowing that you have to release things before you move forward. You may decide that you and another person are not good match. You're not good lovers. Watch out for rushing and repeating old cycles. I don't think you will, though. And just take the advice from your guides. Make sure that there's a lot of honesty, truth, integrity, your high moral standards coming into effect for you. And just go with the flow and look at it from both sides of the same coin, making decisions moving forward. They gave you further advice. The Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Cups in reverse, and the Three of Cups in reverse was their advice. Queen of Pentacles is a wife, a mother, a married woman, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But this is your advice. Take a practical, grounded approach to your life. Focus on career, family, and health. Above all else, this was your main piece of advice. Six of Cups in reverse. This is about living in the past, lacking in playfulness, possibly a burned bridge, needing forgiveness. Your guides are saying to you, do not live in the past. The past is gone. Have memories of love and move forward, being mature, grounded, and practical. If there's any forgiveness that you can give or receive, allow for that with dignity and grace. But they're saying don't live in the past. You might need to be a little bit more playful, though, because you guys seem to have a lot of obligations, or there's a person that you're very obligated to. This could be a mother-child relationship that isn't going well. If this Queen of Pentacles is a person that has all the control, no, she doesn't. If this isn't you, you can be the magician and you can make changes moving forward. But this is meant to be your advice, where pay very close attention to being practical, health, career, and family above all else. Stay out of the past, unless, of course, you can unburn a bridge. And the Three of Cups came in the reverse for you. So when I see the Three of Cups in reverse and the Lovers in reverse, some of you are getting out of a triangulation of some kind. It can even be a friendship. The Three of Cups comes in reverse to say you need to learn lessons of independence. You may be seeking some alone time in order to do that. Watch for hardcore partying or being excessive in any way. You may need to rethink your soul tribe. Also, Three of Cups in reverse is three's a crowd. So watch for any triangulations in your life in August. Okay, Pisces, that's your August prediction. I hope it resonates with you and I hope it helps you guys. I just adore your sign. I love Pisces so much. Your energy can sometimes be very heavy, but very light and arid and dreamy as well. And I'm always rooting for you. I'm always pulling for you guys. I hope August is great. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Pisces. Take care of yourselves. I really love you guys. I'll see you next time.